Hey Rosalie, we are so excited to have you here today. And I'm actually going to do the best that I can to say nothing and
Mhm.
just let you tell your story. So thanks so much for coming along and letting me interview you. And you just go ahead and tell me the challenge you were facing that made you want to work with us.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. Um, so where do I begin? So in July of 2023, I it was a normal day. I was out with my friend for breakfast and all was well um until it wasn't. And I always my whole life struggled with constipation. So I just thought that was normal. I was like, "Oh, that's Rosalie, like it is what it is." Um I had to try to go to the bathroom and I obviously didn't work out for me. And I just instantly heard and felt like a pop. And I was like, ooh, that's not supposed to happen. So I like rush home, panicked, like white as a ghost. And from what I could see and tell, I was like, holy crap, I think this is a prolapse. And I was beside myself, like instantly just depression. There was no coming out of it. I cried and cried and cried. I didn't do anything. I didn't like move out of my house. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm trying to like suck everything back into my body because I was like, what happened? And it has to all go back into place. I'm like, I'm way too young for this. So I'm sitting there and like, I'm like, okay, let like a day or two go by. And now I'm thinking, like, what did I do this week that caused this? I'm like, was it sex? Was it going to the bathroom? Was it food that I ate? Like all this stuff. And I'm like, it can't, and in my head, I'm like, it can't be. Like, it can't be that. Like, those are like natural things of life. It can't be that. Well, it was that, but not the sex or the food or all that, but it was really happening. And I was like, oh my gosh. Um, I think it took me for 3 weeks to get an appointment with the doctor. I just called everyone. Like I didn't even call my own, I called anyone. I said, whatever doctor could see me like today, I will go to you and check me out. The first available appointment was July 26th. And then I'm like, okay, we'll go. And I was going away. This happened July 7th, and I was going away July 9th. And I was miserable. So the whole week we were in North Carolina visiting my sister, and I actually called a physical therapy place while I was away to see if they can just see me because I was at a loss. I was like, this is a miserable way. I felt so uncomfortable and I didn't know what to do. So when I called this physical therapy place, she was able to see me on the 27th, which was the day after my gyno appointment. And in the meantime, she was helpful. She said, like, what's your history with going to the bathroom? And I told her, and she was giving me some natural supplements to kind of get things going, which in hindsight have helped me. So I'm like grateful for that. Um, so on the 26th, I go to a gyno who tells me I have nothing. And I was like, yes, I felt like I was on top of the world. I was like, this is amazing. Yet I still felt something. And then the 27th, I go to my first PT person who was not great and told me I had a grade 2 bladder prolapse and then left the room, the building, and that was it. And I just stood there and I cried. And I'm like, what do we do from here? The only thing she said to me was, don't let it get worse. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I lived such an active lifestyle before that. I worked out, you know, 5 to 6 days a week, lifting
Yeah.
weights. It was just hard for me. Um, and then I kind of took a step back and I was like, I can't go to her anymore because she'd made me feel like garbage.
Yeah.
Um, and then August rolled around. I went away again. The whole month of August was like crazy. I still didn't feel amazing. It was
Yeah.
less than what the original sensation was, but something was still there. And end of August is when I met with my current PT person,
Mhm.
who was very kind and helpful. And we started working in September. And so I was working with her until I met you. And I was kind of stalking you in a good way. And I was like, oh, what's Jenny all about? And what's this unshakable
Yeah.
you all about? So I guess it took me a month or so to dive into you because I realized
Mhm.
while Colleen, who is my current pelvic floor physical therapist, is helping me and released a lot of scar tissue that I had, and not even prolapse related. Like, she's like, your prolapse is so mild. Like, she's like, I don't even think it's a 2. She didn't give me a number, but she said it was very mild. But I just didn't realize how much tension and issues I had from years past and births and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, so then I took the leap of faith that I was like, Colleen's doing internal work. I need like Rosalie work. And I kept saying, like, from when this happened in July, I had a troubled relationship with my sister and my whole life, pretty much.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I said, this happened for a reason. Like, we have to heal. And I kept saying to Frank, my husband, we have to heal my mind, body, and soul. Like, this isn't just going to be like healing a prolapse and Rosalie's fine, because I think the inside of Rosalie's soul was breaking and I didn't understand that. So you were like the missing link to heal my mind, body, and soul.
Oh, that's so great to hear. I know the story, but it's so nice to hear it. Yeah, with you sitting right here, and tell everyone what you did. We'll get into all the details in a second, but tell everybody what you did in the shortest amount of time ever.
So I started with you on November 6th, 2023. And on December 8th, 7th or 8th, I was told by my pelvic floor physical therapist that she knows that my bladder is where it should be, her words.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh? I was like, what are you talking about? And she kept saying, it's fine, Rosalie, it's fine. It's where it should be. She goes, if anything, you have more like, tight muscles elsewhere that we can work on, and like incontinence issues and things like that. But like, she's like, your bladder is perfectly fine. And I was like, holy crap. I'm like, that's what you want to hear, but it's very weird to hear it when you hear it. And you're kind of like, I don't know. So yes, still have work to do emotionally, of course. And hypopressives and stuff, but yes, I'm healed. So it's a weird thing to say and feel, and I don't know, still wrapping my head around it.
Yeah. Oh, we're over the moon for you. And it's so powerful for people watching this today to understand this doesn't need to take months and months and months and years and years and years and years. You know, when you have those right tools and you know exactly what you're doing, you have that blueprint, this can happen fast.
Right.
So talk to us about how working with Unshakable You and Duncan and I, and obviously the incredible community, positively impacted you.
Yes, I mean, you guys are awesome. The people in your program are truly like some of the nicest, kindest people from all walks of life I've ever met.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this is so amazing. Like, and my my kids always joke. I was like, oh, my London friends. I don't really know if you're even from London, but you know what I mean. I'm always like, oh,
it's fine. It's fine.
My London friend. And my kids are like, Mom, what do you mean you're London friends? I'm like, oh, I gotta go on a call with my London friends. I'll be back. So like I think everyone sees the positivity, but working with you all has been wonderful. And I really just dove in. I think I said to myself, like, it was a Monday. I'm a very anal, and I'm like, I had to start things on a Monday to finish the week through like straight. And I was like, Monday, November 6th is the day, and I'm gonna wake up at 5 o'clock, and that's what I've done since Monday, November 6th. And it's just a routine. And I wake up with you every morning and we do our spiel, and you know, I feel fine at the end of the day. But really the community, the questions, the fear, the weirdness, like, oh, I hadn't had sex since this all happened. And then, okay, I'm going to have sex, and let's post it to people I don't even know. And let's like, you know, hooray, I did it. We can do it. So
I remember that post.
Like, like weird things like that. But it's weird if you're not in the group, but when you're in the group, you feel like it's normal. And I think we're all going through the exact same thing, and we all want to cheer each other on. And regardless, I think now everyone in the group, I hope, believes that they're going to heal. It's inevitable. Like, you're going to get there. Like, you would say it and I'm like, yeah, okay, but like, when? And you know, and then when you do it, you're like, holy crap, she's right. Like, yes, you and Duncan are giving us the tools of, you know, follow this and do this process, et cetera, et cetera. We have to just put in the work to do it. And when you do it, it's light years better. It's amazing. And I think it's like a ripple effect for me personally within my family. So it's not only that I'm feeling better, I'm kind of relearning how to talk to my kids and be a nicer, calmer mom, and not, you know, being a mom of 4 really small kids. I had 4 kids in 3.5 years is a lot. And at times my mind was like, oh, like I just wanted to explode all the time. But
Yeah.
I'm relearning how to like take a deep breath, center myself. Let's not like explode. Let my kids be kids. And
Yeah.
my oldest one in particular is like really noticing it. And I think coming
Yeah.
down, which is nice.
Yeah, that was one of your big goals, wasn't it? You know,
Yeah.
improving that relationship with your eldest
Yes.
boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And let's not forget to tell everybody listening, you had a hysterectomy. We can't leave that part out, because it is, if you Google healing a prolapse post hysterectomy, you will go down a Google rabbit hole and there will be a lot of people telling you it is impossible.
Yes.
So
yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about that, how you'd had the hysterectomy, you know, what gave you that sense of security joining a program like this, knowing that you'd already had that surgery and, you know, the beliefs out there?
So I had a hysterectomy in May of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And after I had the surgery, I felt amazing. And I was like,
Yeah.
best decision I've ever made. You know, pain-free, sex was better. Everything was just like, I felt like a better quality of life. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I did it all for the right reasons. Hooray. Fast
Yeah.
forward 2 years, honestly, best 2 years of my life. I was so active with my kids, nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
And then this happened, and I instantly said, why did I get the hysterectomy? Like, should have stuck
Yeah.
with the pain, should have dealt with the bad periods, should have dealt with the crazy issues I had with my ovary, like, should have dealt with
Yeah.
all of it. And I
Yeah.
just replayed everything in my head, like every surgical appointment, every visit,
Mhm.
everything. And I'm like, maybe he was my surgeon. I'm like, maybe he was lying to me and just wanted to do surgery. And I'm going down this rabbit hole, and I'm like, this is stupid. I have actual scans proving that I did have an issue. And then I had this taken out and I felt so much better. Like, my mother's had a hysterectomy, and I kept saying to her, do you have a prolapse? And she's like, no, why are you
Yeah.
asking? I'm like, well, now I had it in my head that because I had the hysterectomy, I had the prolapse. It was correlated to me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I did A, boom, I got B, all my fault. Like, I'm
Yeah.
stupid. And it was an instant beating Rosalie up, because that's all
Mhm.
I didn't know what else to do. And I just
Yeah.
saying to my mom, like, are you sure you don't have one? Are you? And she's like, and my mom's 76 years old. And she's like,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
fine. Like, she's like, I have other issues. Like, I don't have that. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, then it's not fair. How do I have this? She's like, I don't know how you have this, but like, we're gonna figure it out. Like, you're gonna be okay. But I
Yeah.
instantly had myself like dead, miserable, living a sad life, like
Mhm.
for the rest of my life. And it was a hole I had to climb out of, because I was deep in this hole.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, and then everything that I read, and the first physical therapist I met with, that was just horrific when I said I had a hysterectomy. She was so rude and so condescending and totally didn't make me feel any better.
Mm.
Um, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, women do have hysterectomies. Am I saying that decision is for everybody? No, obviously. Is it a serious surgery? Yes. But I feel like I felt broken when I got the prolapse, because I instantly thought it was because of a hysterectomy. And I was like, if I
Right.
could put those organs back in my body, I would. And
Yeah.
to this day, I still struggle, which I never struggled with before, but I
Yeah.
still struggle with, like, I'll see the scar and I'm like, stop, Rosalie, stop. It's fine. It's fine. Like,
Yeah.
we're better off in the end.
Yeah.
Um, and I did heal myself, and I'm like, screw you for ever saying like I couldn't, like, whoever was so
Yeah.
negative about it and mean to me about it. Like, it was my choice, and look
Mhm.
at me now. Like, if
Yeah.
anything, I feel like my insides are really strong. I'm like, woohoo, we're strengthening it all up.
Yay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You know, you really helped. I'm just thinking of another of our members, Sarah, who you really helped, because she has also was beating herself up over having a hysterectomy. And people message me all the time and say, I'm really sorry, you know, apologetically, I've had surgery, you know, will you accept me? I'm like, of course, that has nothing to do with why you got the prolapse. It might have been an avenue to allow, it's not the root cause, as you now know. So of course you can heal anything. The situation is irrelevant. So I'm really glad that you have proven that, to break this belief down on the planet, so the body can rearrange itself no matter what.
Right.
So yeah, and that was your path of least resistance. You know, that was the best option for you, and it worked out great anyway.
Right.
So yeah, we're super proud of you.
Thank you.
So talk to us a little bit about how the Unshakable You program helped you on lots of different levels. So obviously, yes, you've healed, you got that goal, that's what you ultimately came in for. But yeah, well, how did it help you in other ways?
It's definitely helped me with my relationships. And I think I've
Mm.
kind of, with friends, with my family, with my sister, I think I look at things in like a different light. And
Yeah.
I kind of, um, I don't know, I just don't let, I go through these processes now. And when I'm feeling overwhelmed or sad, whatever my emotion is, and I'll go through it if a thought comes in my mind. And
Yeah.
now I'm learning that like, we can all coexist, and it doesn't have to be this, me with my sister, it doesn't have to be this like animosity or this tit for tat or this, you know, just bickering over nonsense. So I feel like I apologized to her. I asked for forgiveness, and we're kind of at like a good place now. Like actually, we actually spend Christmas together, which we do every year.
Wow.
But she lives in North Carolina, and this
Yeah.
Christmas she came up and we baked a whole day together. Her kids, my kids, we're eating, we're drinking, we're baking. And I was like,
Amazing.
I'm not sure. And it was genuine. And I think
Yeah.
that's where I found like, oh, this is real now. Like
Yeah.
last year we did, and it was kind of like we're walking on eggshells with each other. And like it's in my own house, and I'm kind of like, oh, like get out already. Like your comments are annoying me, or you're micromanaging my children, which annoys me, like
Yeah.
just different things.
Yeah.
So I think the program has really made me dive into me and like, what do I want out of my life? And like, what brings me joy? And I've kind of just like let go of the people in a nice way, but like, I don't entertain the BS anymore. And I say it all the time. I say it to my kids, I say it to my friends, I say it to my husband. I'm like, I'm not entertaining it. Like, you want to go and have that fight? Go ahead. You want to go and be catty? Go ahead. You want to gossip about someone in town? Go ahead. I'm not entertaining it. Like, I can't have that in my life, because I
Yeah.
think in July I made like a promise to myself that like, A, I was gonna fix myself and heal myself, but B, I'm going to heal my soul. And like I'm gonna only put what feeds me to be like content. So my son's like just so many different, more so relationships is what I've found to be
Yeah.
life changing.
Wow. To hear you, because that is when Duncan and I sat down to create this program. We said, yeah, the prolapse gets them in the door, and that's obviously what they want, but what are they really here for? To heal themselves, to figure out who they really are, which is exactly what you said, to heal your soul.
Yeah.
So do you feel that the program gave you the blueprint, on a practical level, to be able to do that, to heal your soul, to put it in your words?
Yes, 100%. I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
very religious person, and I told
Yeah.
you when we joined.
Yeah.
So, and I do separate like my religion and your program.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I still go to church every week, and I still say my prayers every morning. And like I do all of my religion stuff, and then I do all of my Jenny and Duncan stuff.
Yeah,
And I
great.
feel like all of this together, like I feel like my God will always be my God, and watch over me and heal me also. But I feel like your processes heal my emotions, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
it helps me regulate my emotions. And when I'm going psycho on my husband or my children, I'm like, whoa, slow down there, Rosalie. Like, take a minute
Yeah.
and like rein it in. We don't have to act crazy all the time,
Yeah.
and kind of just center myself. And
Yeah.
more so, I feel like I'm trying to be the person like I want to be truthfully, but I want to be someone who like my kids look up to, and no, don't remember their mom as being crazy all the time, like such a short fuse or yelling. Like, so I'm just centered more. And I definitely think that your program, the step-by-step sections that you have, the processes that you have, all, I mean, it's like foul proof, you just have to follow it, and you have to do it. I'm not going to say it's like 1, 2, 3, you have to put in the work, but when you do it, it is a quick, like, flip of a feeling. Like I did a emotional scale last night, and I did a focus wheel, and I was like, oh, look at me. Like, and I was like,
Good
okay,
job.
I feel good. Like I got it all
Yeah.
out. all out of me, all the, I keep like tallies in my head all day long. And I'm like, at night before bed, I got to work on this. And I do
Yeah.
it before bed. And I was like, honestly, I passed right out. Like I felt just so much lighter. I'm like, I'm
Good.
releasing it into the universe. It's no longer my problem. And I moved up.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. And I'm so glad you brought up the important point of religion, because we never wanted to exclude anyone. And I always tell people, it doesn't matter what you believe, you can blend that with our program. We're not going to tell you what to believe.
Right.
We will, teach you what we know, but you can, in fact, sometimes it's easier because you had that trust, that faith, as you said, in your God. And that made it, I think, really helped you to believe that you could heal. And even if you're not religious, you need to have that certain level of, you need to come in with some degree of wanting to heal and belief that you can, and then the program will help you the rest. So
100%.
yeah, it's one of the reasons that's the reason you were able, yes, you did the work so beautifully. I mean, kudos to you. But you also had that faith, I think, which is really important. Yeah. Good. So were there any results that you weren't expecting that pleasantly surprised you?
I mean, I guess the biggest one, I think it would still have to circle back to relationships. I guess and honestly seeing my kids see it. So like I kind of taught my son, my older son, your program on a dumbed down five level. And it's actually on my yeah, it's on my and he goes, I'll show you. He goes,
everyone will love to see that. It's awesome.
So it's super kid.
Law of attraction, emotional scale for kids.
Yes. So it's like horrible, bad, okay, good, excellent.
I love to see that.
We struggle with him in terms of he has to be perfect. And we don't put that pressure on him. It's his internal pressure.
Yeah.
So maybe around end of November, beginning of December, I was like, dude, we need to work on you too. Because he kept saying, Mommy, what do you do with your London friends? And I was like, I'm going to tell you what I do with my London friends. So I'm like, babe, she's teaching me how to like work on your emotions. I'm like, it's no fun to be angry all the time or to live in a bad place. I was like, you want to be happier. So I dumbed it down for him into 5 steps. And this kid follows it most days of the week. And I'm like, you have to, like, it's okay if you're angry or you're mad, but you can't go and throw things, and you can't go and like, you just can't be destructive. You can, but like, it's not going to sustain you. So he'll have his moment, and then he'll distract himself. I distract myself with like meditation and prayer. He distracted himself with like playing with his cars. And it works. And I feel like that was probably the biggest, like, yes, like if I could, I would have taken that over like healing myself, because if I could heal him for his whole future of like, I don't want to say like a normal emotion, but like, you know what I mean? Like to regulate your emotions, that's huge. Like he will go so far in life to just regulate it.
Yeah.
You're going to be mad. You're going to be pissed. That's totally normal. I'm mad every day too, I'm sure. But like, I don't live there, and I don't want him to live there. So that was probably the best thing.
Wow. That's made my day. Because you think of the ripple effect of that and what that's going to do with him if he has kids, or whatever, that's going to go on and on and on. Which is the thing I always say to you guys, you heal yourself, you heal the world.
Yeah.
You lift the vibration on the planet, and that's just, a remarkable thing. Can't thank you enough. Can't believe I love that. Do you know what? People have been asking me for years, can you create an emotional scale for kids? And I've been too focused on other things, but you've gone and done it. So business idea there for you, Rosalie.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's imagine there's somebody watching this and they've, like you, stalked us a little bit in a good way, like you said, reading the content, but they're struggling to take that next step. And 9 times out of 10, when I really get down to it with people, it's because they believe that they might be that one person who doesn't heal. What would you say to someone considering working with us?
I totally understand your fear of, oh, it's worked for everybody else, is not going to work for me. I get that. At the end of the day, I think if you've exhausted other options, even if you're making progress, I was making progress with my other
Yeah.
options. I
Yeah.
just felt like there was more for me.
Mhm.
I just think you owe it to yourself. You owe it to your health. At the end of the day, so what? If you joined your program and you're like, crap, this didn't work for me, it will work in other ways. Maybe
Yeah.
in your mind, you're not thinking you're healing your prolapse, but I can guarantee you in your world with this program, you will be a better, is focuser even a word? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
focuser,
We'll
or
make it one anyway.
yeah. You'll
Yeah.
be your emotions, you will get a handle on them. You won't be
Yeah.
so all over the place all the time, and you won't be so upset. Your negative emotions, which was a big one for me,
Mhm.
you will learn to just toss them. Like they literally come in, and as fast as they come in, I say them right back out, and I'm like, nope, you're not welcome here. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Good
see you
job.
later. So I think,
Yeah.
yeah, you may be doubting big time, like this prolapse will never heal, or this person said it won't heal, that person said it won't heal, and then those thoughts stick in your brain, and Lord knows, I know they're very powerful, and
Mhm.
thinking of other people and what they're saying day in and day out. But give it a shot. You really don't have anything to lose, and I promise you, you will gain an emotional side and a friendship from the group that like no other.
Yeah.
And I think you'll be happier. You'll be so happier in the end, and your prolapse will heal on its own just by doing all of this. And you'll be like, holy crap, it all worked in ways you never thought that it could work. And I probably never thought it could work. I'm not even sure I joined you more for like healing my prolapse, because I probably felt to myself, I'm okay with where we're at. The symptoms weren't that bad,
Right.
but I
Yeah.
wanted to heal my soul. And I was like,
Right.
healing the prolapse is the icing on the cake. Learning the hypopressives is the icing on the cake. And I
Yeah.
do believe I went into it saying those hypopressives are going to work. Maybe not overnight, but they're going to work. We're going to make them work.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a combination. Even if people that are stalking you like I stalked you can find one relatable thing to your program that was like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah, maybe I do want to fix that in my life. Join the program, because you'll fix that and everything else. I
Yeah.
don't think you have to look into it saying like you want to fix the prolapse, the emotions, the this, the this, the this. So I have to do all of that to join the program. Just pick one. You'll do it.
I love that. You said that better than I could ever say it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's always so much better for everyone to hear it from you guys, because when you've created the program and you've lived and breathed this stuff for years, even when you've had your own prolapse, it's just so much better when everyone can hear this from you. So listen, I can't thank you enough for sharing your story. You're going to help so many people. Is there anything else, one final thing you would like to share? If not, no worries.
No, I mean, just a huge thank you to you, Duncan, the whole group. I've met some incredible women, and I'm cheering them all on, and I can't wait for it to be their day. But in the
Yeah.
meantime, I think it's a fun group. So thank you for
Yeah.
letting me be a part of it, because it's been a great journey so far. And I look forward to 2024 and continuing on with everything.
Oh, you're so welcome. Well, thank you to you for doing the work. And, that's our dream come true, is to see people thriving with the work. And yeah, I think that's the thing. I keep saying to people, who are interested in the program, it won't end when you've healed your prolapse. It can be fun.
Yeah.
Changing your life and changing your emotions can actually be fun, and you can savor that journey, right? It doesn't have to end the second the prolapse is healed.
No.
So,
I feel like this is like a lifetime of
yeah.
work, but good
Yeah.
work, fun work.
Yeah,
Like
fun
work
work.
that gets me up at 5 a.m. So
Are you still getting up at 5 a.m.?
I am. So put that into context. Like if it really sucked, no one would be waking up to do the work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And you're not alone, right? That's the common time. A lot
No.
of people
Yeah.
getting up
It's a magical time, 5
between
a.m.
5 and 7. Everyone's
Yeah.
getting up before the kids. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well,
So,
listen, thank you so much. Can't wait to
you.
share this with the world. And yeah, super, super happy for you from Duncan and I.
Thank you.
All right, big hugs.
Bye.
I'll just stop this and then I'll chat to you. My guy will put some